Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Julian here. Obviously, it's JM Journal, entry 31. Um, I am currently going on a little walk because I feel like I have been in the house all day, even though I haven't been. But I feel like I have. I just want to go out, get out, get some fresh air. Um, Walking helps me to just think and get my thoughts in order. But as you can see, yeah, it is grey. It's grey, it's drizzling, and yeah, I just thought let me get some steps in today because I'm not going to go to the gym. But England is trash. It is the middle of July. It is the 11th of July, nearly the middle of July anyway. But we've just finished the first third of July, and it is grey. You can see I'm in a hoodie and a big puffer jacket, and it's the appropriate attire for this time. So yeah, England for ya, you know. But yeah, I just thought I'd do this today. You know what? If I'm honest with you guys, I was really planning to try and do like a proper episode this week. Entry, Julian, entry. I was actually hoping to do a proper entry this week, but just it's not in me right now. Still not in me, but I'm being consistent and you know, midday. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for listening in. Yeah, it's just appreciate the consistency that you guys have towards me, even in this time. You know, it'd be pretty easy to just kind of lock off and not really support the team, but you are. And to be honest, this is like very real. Do you know what I mean? I think in life we go through periods and seasons, and you know, I guess in the quest of this not being the quest, but in the sense that this isn't like the most polished work, or the polished entries that I'm putting through. It actually speaks to the fact that in life, not everything is always going to be polished, and in life, not everything's going to be straightforward or perfect. You know, and I guess there's a beauty in it. You know, but yeah, just I wasn't gonna even film. I wasn't even gonna post anything this week, and you know what? I'm just grateful for the people that I said, "Yo, Jules, you haven't posted. Get on it," kind of thing. And those people are very important, and those people are I appreciate because it's about keeping me accountable to my own words. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like doing this. If I'm honest with you, I don't feel like filming. I don't feel like even the minor editing that this takes. I don't feel like doing it because I'm just working through stuff and still got work to do and job to do and all that kind of stuff. But we're here, you know. But yeah, as means of checking, we're there, innit? Again, just my mom keeps calling me. Let me call her and then I'll carry on with this. All right, back again. What was I saying? Can't remember. I was saying that I'm appreciative of people that are that just kind of kept pushing the thing in it with me. But by means of checking, how am I? Yeah, I'm here in it. You know, sometimes when I do some mentoring, but sometimes when I do my mentoring with my mentees and stuff, you know, I ask them all the time. I said, "All right, give me 2 wins and 1 challenge from your week or from whenever." And sometimes they're like, "Oh, I ain't got no wins." And you know, one of the things I always say to them is, "You're here." Do you know what I mean? Like, you have life, you have health, somewhat. You know, there's things to be grateful for. So, in all things, I want to be grateful. In all things, I want to be thankful that you know, man's there, innit? Life, breath, health somewhat. Although nearly had a madness yesterday. Yo, bro, I nearly crashed. Like, I don't even know what happened. But literally nearly just had a mad thing, and I don't know what would have happened if I was literally seconds away from catastrophe potentially, because it was decent speed. But God is good, and you know the moments where like the first thing that comes to your mind is thank you, Jesus. Genuinely, I was like, Lord, thank you, because I literally seconds away. I'm not talking about seconds, maybe like 1.5 seconds away, if that, from what could have been a madness, genuinely. And it, again, that's just making me think even now, like, small margins, man. Small margins. Life is full of small margins. Like, imagine if those milliseconds weren't there yesterday. I don't know what state I would be in now. Cause I don't know what would, it would have been a madness. It would have been a madness. But, you know, but again, life is full of small margins, and it's crazy how decisions you make that seem small at the time, or seem insignificant, just have a crazy effect on your world and other people's worlds. And if anything, whilst I'm even talking and thinking right now, I'm just thinking to myself, like, raw, I have to be very careful about every decision I'm making. Definitely in this season, I'm moving forward, because if I look at life, there's certain things that have happened, certain places or situations I've ended up in, even the season I'm in now. I can kind of pinpoint certain points that have contributed to where I am now. And hindsight is a wonderful thing, and you just think to yourself, like, raw, imagine if I didn't, or imagine if I did this differently, or imagine if I said this or said that. Like, small margins. But yeah, there's been highs, there's been some good distractions this week, massive shout out to England, when I'm filming this, I've just got into the Euro 2024 final. It has been a really good space of distraction for me, to kind of like immerse myself in the three lions, as I always do. Anyone that follows me on Instagram will know that I turn into a hooligan when it comes to football. Anything to do with England and then Aston Villa, I'm involved tremendously. And the little Caucasian Julian comes out in it. So I'm really hoping for a good time on Sunday. Still planning to wear my England shirt to church. But yeah, I'm planning for a good time on Sunday to celebrate, and hopefully we get the win that we desire, and we can celebrate into the night. But yeah, it's been a really good source of just like, don't have to think about what I'm processing, and yeah, just been real good. So that's been some good highs. But as I said, I think I said last week, there's some moments where everything stops. So for me, night time is always difficult. Because obviously the daytime I'm working, I'm doing all the stuff, go make money, all that stuff there. I can immerse myself in like church stuff. I can, the Euros is on, I can do all that, but like, there's always a moment every day where things stop, and you've got two choices to make. You either face what you need to face, or you source a distraction, or you try and not replace, but you just try to kind of like push it to the side. And one of the things that I'm trying to do in this space that I'm in, where I've lost grieving loss, you know. 'Cause grief is a real thing. Grief is a real thing. You don't just grieve people or things that have passed away. Like, you can grieve a situation, you can grieve a relationship, you can grieve a lot of things. You can grieve the loss of a career. You can grief is about loss, and when you lose stuff, and when things have been so dear, you know, important, or a normality, you know, it's not just the loss of the thing that you have to contemplate. It's the loss of that normality, you know, and the loss of that just schedule, the loss of that what's the word? I'm trying to find the right word. The routine, the loss of the comfortability of something, the constantness of something. So, you know, you're having to navigate a complete new space, whilst trying, and whilst you're doing that, you're having to make sure that you give enough space for real reflection, and to honor those emotions well, without going or spilling over to a point where it's overwhelming you, to the point where you are stagnant and not moving. And I think trying to navigate that balance has its difficulties. And whilst I'm doing things, whilst I'm out here just doing what I need to do, or, you know, thank the Lord, I started going back to the gym this week, and, you know, even that's just kind of helped, you know, like working on the boxing bags as well, getting some of the anger out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I still want to punch the bags and start crying. That's the only thing that I don't want to happen, you know? But, yeah, just even though those things are there, what do you do when things stop? What do you do when you're having to face it, you know? That's the difficult part. And I'm just really grateful that, you know, even in those moments, I'm able to, if it gets too much, I can call people, I can call my brother, I can call my boys, you know. You know, I'm grateful that I can reach out to some older brothers, you know, that I can just be very real with and say, yo, I'm going through the mud right now. I need you to pray for me. I need you to check on me, all that stuff. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah. But one thing that I've had to kind of do, especially this week, especially in the last couple of days as well, and I don't even know if it's because I believe what I'm saying, because I don't at points, but I'm having to like really kind of remind myself that it will get easier, because right now it's so easy to get caught up in, this is too much, man. Like, this is a lot. I hate it. I don't like where I am. Don't like what I'm feeling. Don't like the situation. Don't like this. Don't like. Yeah. But I have to keep reminding myself that it will get easier. And whether I'm saying it to like a self-fulfilling prophecy, or speak it into being, because it's not easy. It's not easy right now. But if I'm doing it, if I have to do it to say it to myself to the point where it becomes easier, then I guess so. And if I have to say it for the next 6 months, if I have to say it for the next year, you know, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Like, it's hard though, bro. It's really hard. Like, how do you do this, innit? You know, and I think also, like, I've had to, I won't say I've had to, but like, a lot of people, not a lot, well, yeah, people can tell that I'm not all right. Even if I wasn't to post on here. Well, not that I'm not all right, because you know what? I am okay. The Lord is with me. Like, I'm good in the grand scheme of things. But people can tell that, like I'm not necessarily myself right now. And I've had to just kind of be straight with some people and say, look, this, not tell them the situation or anything like that, but just like, yo, I'm just working through some stuff right now. And if I'm not normal, if I'm not the most sociable, if I'm not the most responsive, then this is just where I'm at right now, because I don't have the energy to do what I need to do that. Plus, I'm also not trying to do what I've done before, where instead of addressing stuff, you just displace, you know? And that's been a hard thing, because Julian has been for the longest time a displacer, you know what I'm trying to say? Something goes, just get something else in to replace it, you know what I mean? And it's long. So yeah, man, it's just a thing right now. But I will be good, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying it, don't believe it, but I'm saying it because I want it to be the case, innit? But I will, you know. What'd you do, eh? Oh, that is. But yeah, as I was saying, like, it will get easier, innit? It will get easier. Yeah, but just like, yo, for those of you that are Christian and you know how to pray, then pray me up. You know what I'm trying to say? Just keep praying for strength, resilience, consistency, commitment to self. You know, when things go wrong with me, sometimes I feel like everything goes wrong. So not only was I not feeling great mentally, I haven't been feeling great mentally and emotionally, but physically things start to go left. You know, the consistency with the gym stops. All those things, and I think one of the things that came to me the other day is that, you know, discipline is the key. And Julian, you need to learn to be disciplined, even when you don't want to be, even when you don't feel like you want to be. In every facet of your life, emotionally, physically, spiritually, there's a level of discipline that needs to be exercised, and discipline is transferable. You can't be disciplined in just one area. Do you know what I mean? Either you're a disciplined person or you're not. And I think that's the challenge. Even at 32, the challenge that I'm having is discipline across the board. But it's all good. This is the challenge. In the second half of 2024, I did believe, still believe, that this year has something special for me. Still believe it. I still believe it. But I know that God is like, I need to trust you, what I'm about to give you. So, yeah. Anyway, look, people, I'm out, man. I've been talking for a minute now. You know what I mean? It's been good though, 'cause I'm getting my steps in. But yeah, I appreciate your time. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at you know, at I am _JD Morgan. Share this out. Peace and love to you all. Appreciate you. Keep journeying, keep journaling. Chill it out. Peace.